The nursing director at the Victoria Hospital says this is the first time this has happened. An 18-year-old who came to the hospital complaining of abdominal pain was almost operated on by accident. She had been at the hospital for observation when her mother says she was shaved and prepped for surgery that was meant for another patient.
She has a badge around her wrist bearing somebody else's name and her age. She's been shaved. She has the surgery gown, the net over her head.
Estefany Simon says her 18-year-old attempted to correct the nurse who placed the wrong name tag on her. She and her mother also questioned the need for surgery, coming as it did without tests to determine what was causing the abdominal pain. The ordeal started on Thursday afternoon when Simon took her daughter to the hospital. She says the next day she was informed her daughter, who refused, would have to sign a consent form for a surgical procedure.
I don't know what error they had, because she said on my daughter's paper had no food or no water. That means you're entitled for surgery. And then she goes as far as telling me sometimes her name is not on the surgery list. There is no sometimes. She not for surgery, she not for surgery. First and foremost, if she had listened to my daughter, the badge on my wrist is not my name. First thing you would have done was take it off. And the other people on the beds are hearing my daughter telling her, the badge on my wrist is not my name. And she's asking my daughter, why are you so vexed? Not knowing the child is pissed off because she's wondering, Mommy, surgery for what?
Nursing Director Martha Charles says there is protocol that would have prevented the unwarranted surgery from being performed. She would also not admit to a mistake by the nurses who prepped the 18-year-old for a procedure she did not need. Charles says all patients in the surgical ward of the hospital are prepped for potential surgery just in case a doctor says they might need it.
We have never had a case of mistaken identity at the hospital because of the policies and the procedures that are in place before surgery, intra-op, that means during surgery and after surgery. We have never had an incident of mistaken identity. And as I was telling you, even if the wrong ID was placed initially, it would have been checked again on the wards before surgery, in theater, and before surgery.
But Simon is not convinced. Furthermore, she has this advice for nurses assigned to work in a ward where a patient's life is dependent on the correct surgical procedure.
I find we should be more careful. If you're dealing with bed number 4, you should have in your hand documents for bed number 4. If you're dealing with bed number 5, you should have documents in your hand dealing with bed number 5, so things can run smoothly. I know we make mistakes, but not these mistakes. Let's say what if she had surgery? What were you looking for? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, honestly speaking.
Simon and the nurses on her daughter's ward argued before they apologized for the mix-up. Her daughter was discharged on Saturday. Carmi Joseph, HTS News, Channel 4.